Saturn. We're going to talk about Saturn today. साकेत जी, आपकी आवाज इतनी क्लियर नहीं आ रही है.
Okay, can you hear me clearly now?
I can hear you now. I can hear you clearly now.
So today's topic is going to be on Saturn. That is, Hindi mein usse Shani kehte hain.
Right.
It's planet of suffering, longevity, hard work, sorrow. Many people, they look at Saturn and they get scared. In astrology, they see Saturn is going to give us a hard time. He's going to give us difficulty. So we need to understand the Saturn में ऐसा क्यों है? Why is he giving you that stress? Why is he giving you that delay? And in return, what can you do? And how can you do better with Saturn? Every planet has some role in your chart. Every planet has some benefit in your chart. Every planet has a purpose. Without that particular planet, life would not be complete. So I want to clarify some doubts about Saturn. I want people to understand that Saturn is important. Without Saturn, you would have no life, because the length of your life is determined by Saturn. How hard you can work is dependent on Saturn. See, Saturn gives, but gives with delay and gives with suffering. Venus also gives, but Venus gives with ease. जो Venus देता है, you could be born with it, good looks.
Right.
Mercury gives you money. But जो property आती है, घर, land, that is Saturn. The dedication, hard work, attention to detail, that is Saturn. So today's focus is going to be only Saturn. We talk, understand Saturn's क्या है, okay?
Okay, so the different, yes, definitely. So the different topics, मैं listeners को बता दूं that we are going to talk about longevity, property, delay, suffering, disease, और फिर Saturn के क्या rules हैं, and you know the different benefits and remedies. तो ये in summarize करने के लिए आपको बता रही हूँ मैं. लेकिन जो हम बात कर रहे हैं उसके दौरान अगर generally लोगों को सवाल होता है कभी कभार, they are listening to us, so you know, feel free to call in. 848-247-9911 is the number. 848-247-9911. And whenever you're calling in, Dr. Saket, that this is like, you know, a free, your chance to win, like, you know, to participate in a free consultation. Just remember कि आपके पास आपका date of birth, time of birth, and place of birth होनी चाहिए. And also, just limit it to one question per person, right? So इस हिसाब से, you know, everybody can participate and everybody can know a little bit and take some guidance from you. So कहाँ से शुरू करें आज Saturn के हम बारे में बात करना?
We want to talk about Saturn. So let's understand it.
Right.
When we study astrology, we have Mercury, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, and Saturn, and Rahu, Ketu, and Moon.
Right.
Saturn is the planet which is furthest from the sun. सबसे दूर है.
सबसे दूर.
In astrology, Saturn is believed to be the son of sun. So the sun है, सूर्य है, Saturn उनका sun है. Because of that, there is a love-hate relationship between these two.
Okay.
Sun is the king, Saturn is the general public. So think of the Saturn as the prince who has gone and made relations with the general public.
Okay.
So, when these planets move in very different social circles, Saturn is the slowest moving planet in the zodiac. बहुत slow move करता है. It spends 2.5 years in one sign.
Wow.
That is important for you.
Huh.
Because जहाँ जहाँ Saturn जाएगा आपकी chart में, he is going to either give you suffering or good results for 2.5 years there. If Saturn is sitting in your career house, you're not going to be able to switch your job easily. You'll have lots of hard work coming your way. But if Saturn chala jata hai, you could get your promotion. If Saturn comes on your marriage house, you could delay your wedding for 2.5 years. If Saturn comes on the 5th house, which is house of children, he could delay you from having children for 2.5 years. So understand what Saturn does. But when he moves, he gives you results of that house based on how much effort you put in.
So according to
Saturn
you,
retrograde भी जाता है.
so according
Like
to
I
you,
said,
जब भी Saturn जहाँ पर भी हो, like let's say, so 2.5 years तक probably you should expect like a standstill. चाहे वो career हो, हाँ, career हो, romance हो.
We call it Sade Sati.
Sade Sati, right.
He's going to give you a little bit of mental stress for close to 7.5 years. Although 7.5 ज़्यादा है, it's more like 2.5 years.
Oh wow. Sade Sati के बारे में सुना, right. So
retrograde lasts for 20 weeks, which is more than any other planet. If you have retrograde Saturn in your chart, and the Saturn retrograde जाएगा for 5 months, that house is going to be significantly impacted in your chart. Remember that. So for all the people, know where your Saturn is, what house he is sitting on. If you are thinking of buying a house or property, it is likely that Saturn is sitting on your 4th house because he is the Karaka. He gives you property.
okay.
If there is some ill health happening, lawsuits happening, chances are Saturn is on your 6th house. He promotes lawsuits, he promotes disease, he promotes ill health.
थोड़ा सा मुझे I get a little bit of.
Astrologer के पास जाते हैं, we tell you in advance. शनि आपके छाते घर पे आ रहा है. Start taking care of your health now before it's too late for you. Okay.
All right. So
Saturn should not be worried. Saturn is a planet of longevity. Think of him as an old man who's walking with a limp, like a stick.
Right.
You are living this life because of Saturn. The stronger your Saturn, the longer your life. The weaker your Saturn, the shorter your life. When we see stuff like infant mortality, जब बच्चे पैदा होते हैं, they pass away, it is the Saturn is extremely weak and it is not existing in the chart. इतना weak होता है. जहाँ Saturn बैठता है chart में, it says this is where your karmic duty and debt is unfulfilled. You have to work on that aspect in life. अगर Saturn आपके 9th house में है, you must work more on spirituality. If Saturn is sitting in your 4th house, you must work more on having relations with your partner and happiness at home. If Saturn is sitting in your 1st house, you need to identify yourself and have more confidence. So जहाँ Saturn बैठता है, you have to work hard on that particular zone in your life. Saturn tells you, the more hard you work, the more I will give you.
So this is the overview of Saturn, right?
I am giving you a detailed overview of Saturn.
Perfect.
Saturn wants you to do 2 things. He wants you to slow down in life, bow your head down, accept your limitations, and then grow.
Okay. And before we take the next, before we go on to the next question, I'd like to give out the number of the studios. That is 848-247-9911. 848-247-9911. Absolute free consultation अगर आपने अभी करनी है डॉक्टर साकेत के साथ, तो ये स्टूडियो का नंबर है. यहाँ पर आप कांटेक्ट करें and you'll be able to ask one particular question, चाहे वो आपके करियर से या फिर maybe your health से related, जो भी related है. 848-247-9911. आज बात कर रहे हैं हम Saturn की, the overview, why is it important, longevity, property related, delay, suffering, diseases वगैरह 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 को लेकर Saturn के बारे में हम बात कर रहे हैं. And we already discussed the overview and we're still discussing that. Is that right, Dr. Saket?
Yes. We are almost wrapping up the overview of Saturn. Remember one thing, of all the planets, some people say you want good looks, Venus.
Right.
You want good business skills, Mercury. You want good wisdom, Jupiter. But the most generous planet in the person's chart is always Saturn. He will give you everything you want and more, provided you accept your limitations and work at it. बचपन में बोलते हैं, you cannot run unless you learn how to crawl. Saturn is the one that makes you crawl. then makes you scared.
I do have a phone call. I do have a phone call. Let me answer and let me speak with them. Hi, you're on air. Hello?
Hello.
Yeah, hi, you're on air.
I had called earlier in February and asked about my daughter's job. At that time, we had said it will happen in May. She graduated in December. 15 May हो गया है, अभी तक कुछ आसार नजर नहीं आ रहे, so that's why I'm asking you again. Her date of birth is June 14th.
Only 1 second. The date of birth is June 14th.
1998.
1998. And time of birth?
Time of birth is 9:02 p.m.
9:02 p.m. Okay.
And Yanghorn, Pennsylvania is the place of birth.
Okay.
So the question is about her job.
Okay. So let's see her job. Again, she is born June 14, 1998 at 9:02 in Pennsylvania, right?
9 or 9:02.
It wouldn't matter because the ascendant is sitting at about 8 degrees. So I'm looking at her chart right now. She's a Sagittarius. So Jupiter is very well placed. Her transit में Jupiter is in Taurus. And it just came into Taurus, 1st of May.
Okay.
This Jupiter is so lucky for her, it is already aspecting her career. For your daughter, her dasha that is running right now is Jupiter, Saturn, and Mars. Saturn is a good planet in this Kundu. It's not bad. It's a planet of gains. So she still has 15 days left, right?
Yeah. She hasn't achieved, have been successful in her endeavors till now. So be thoda sa, frustration or depression aa raha hai.
I would not worry. See, I did tell you that May mein start hota hai. The whole thing, May tak she should get, but May 20th, that particular time, the Jupiter, Saturn, Rahu is actually a good time for her. So another 1 week should be very nice. I'm not saying 100%, but according to her chart, May 20th is a good time, and for sure within the next few months, because Jupiter, when it transits, and in this chart, it is such a strong planet, unusually strong. It has to give her. Jupiter represents money, career. It is sitting in the house of career for her.
कुछ करने now तो करने के लिए progress करने के लिए effort तो कर रही है वो, to applying and.
The only thing she can do is work on Mercury. My suggestion for Mercury would be, donate something green on a Wednesday, which is tomorrow. Green dal, moong dal. Towards sunset, if you can go to a temple or Gurdwara or wherever you want church.
Okay.
Go donate something green. Green emeralds work very well. It is the planet of business, the planet of career in her chart. So Mercury is a little negative, but look, she should get it. If she doesn't get now, she has to get something within a month or two. It's achievable.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you so much for your phone call. And जैसे मैं पहले भी recommend कर चुकी हूँ, when you guys call in over here, do try to limit it just to one question, so that हमारे दूसरे callers को भी मौका मिले डॉक्टर साकेत से बात करने. और detailed reading के लिए definitely contact his offices. The number is 408 639 5300 408 639 5300 and ज़्यादा information आपको मिल सकती है www.saketbhatia.com. And Saket ji, back to the wrapping of the overview of Saturn. Before that, studio ka number 848-247-9911, just in case if you want to ask one single question to Dr. Saket right now.
So now let's talk about Saturn. Let's talk about some aspects of Saturn. Okay? I've given you an overview. Now we will discuss what car it is.
What is the Saturn? What is Saturn Karak for? Yeah.
So Saturn जो है, is Karak means significator. He is responsible for the following in everybody's chart. Not your chart, my chart, whoever is the listener, everybody's chart. Saturn represents the same thing. He represents length of life. He represents losses in business, financial losses, death of loved ones, injuries, poverty, scare, fear, prison. He represents science and politics. He represents hard work. Everyone who does anything to do with agriculture, farming has to have a strong Saturn. People who do sacrifice, who go to temples, go to churches, etc. Strong Saturn. Saturn is also the planet which results in fall from heights, which is called the grace, there's honor. If you are trying to travel overseas, stay in a foreign country, you must have a strong Saturn. Your legs are run by Saturn. Diseases, almost all disease, cancer, arthritis, dementia, all run by Saturn. Younger siblings, Saturn. So Saturn has so many different things in life.
Right.
That it runs. If you want spirituality, it is run by Saturn. So on one side, Saturn gives you property, long life, the ability to travel overseas. He also gives you mind for scientific mind. On the other hand, he gives you death, destruction, dishonor, prison. So अजीब planet है. देता भी है, अच्छा देता है, बुरा भी देता है. If you work hard, he will give you everything good. If you sleep and you expect, Saturn नहीं देता कुछ.
Wow.
That is what Saturn does.
So,
what's your Saturn? See where your Saturn is placed.
So Saket
and
ji,
you get something good happening.
साकेत जी, जब एक strong Saturn आप किसी के charts में देखते हो, what is the kind of career or profession that you would recommend them?
So generally, when we see a very strong Saturn in your chart, right, I would say you do a good government job. You're good at working for someone as opposed to starting your own business. See, everybody dreams, yeah, I want to start a business, I want to be successful. But sometimes in life, when you work for a company, the company can reward you in ways you can't imagine. We are in Silicon Valley, Bay Area.
Right.
People that work for companies like NVIDIA or that work for AI companies, they have so much stock, they've made millions of dollars. Just yesterday, there was an article here of an engineer working at NVIDIA who sold $65 million worth of stock. Saturn is the one that makes you work hard and gives you. Kabhi life mein, it is not important to start a business when you can be successful working for something or working for someone. Correct? Everybody cannot start something.
Right.
So with a strong Saturn, work for someone. Have good work ethics. You're also good when you work on things related to wood, iron, steel, brick, especially agriculture. People who come to me and I see very strong Saturn, they make good traders in fruits, in food items. Brands like Haldiram or brands like Wal Bakri Tea or Amul Ghee, most of the people that trade in that import and export those things, they have very strong Saturn. Anything to do with food.
What is this connection?
Sorry, could you repeat again?
I said, what is this connection? ये जो आपने food से related कहा, हाँ.
Saturn is always related to agriculture, land, which in turn translates to food.
Okay. Oh.
Mercury is business, Saturn is food. So if somebody comes and says, should I start my own business? You must look at his son. How independent that person is, how independent he can be.
I have another phone call. Saket ji, another phone call. Hi, you're on air. Hello, you're on air. Hello?
I think we lost them.
Nani, I think she's still
Hello?
there. Yeah. Hi.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Hello?
Yeah, hi, I can hear you. Can you hear us?
Yes. Dr. Saket Bhatia?
Yes.
Yeah, my name is Shobha, and my date of birth is June 3rd, 1976.
June 3rd,
1976.
1976.
Yes.
Okay.
So if you can little bit in short, you can tell me about financial and family life.
So, what is your time of birth
It's 7:43 a.m.
and place of birth?
India,
Where in India?
Ludhiana.
One second. Punjab.
Yes, Punjab.
I repeat that would be just to verify again. June 3rd, 1976. So that was a Thursday. 7:43 in the morning in Ludhiana, Punjab.
Yes.
So you're asking me what about finances?
Yeah, finances and family life.
When I look at your chart, you're run by Gemini. So Mercury is your ascendant lord.
Mm-hmm.
This Kundali ke liye, Moon happens to be the lord of money.
Okay.
But money के घर में Saturn, Mars, Moon, Galika, Mandi सब बैठ गए. They're all sitting there.
Mm-hmm.
Moon is going to help you with your money. But the debilitation of Mars sitting in that house is going to hurt you. So when you're asking finances, explain what you mean. Should you invest? How your finances are going to be next 6 months?
No, actually, I don't have any, right now I don't have any job. Recently I got divorced and everything got disturbed.
And does that happen? Hold on. Does it happen the last 6 months?
अभी मतलब within last week.
Last week में हुआ आपकी your Galika Mandi which sit in your second house. Moon Dasha started 27th March 2024. The Dasha is not going to be very good for you, but it's not going to be terribly bad. Look, if things are a little disturbed, I can assure you they will continue to be till about January 2025. January 2025, you have Moon Mars Dasha which kicks in. Between now and Jan, it is a troublesome time for you. मुश्किल टाइम है मानता हूँ. You can call me off.
काफी मुश्किल चल रहा है, इससे भी ज्यादा चल रहा है.
You can call us offline. Why don't you call us? Let's see. We can anyone because आपकी कुंडली में Venus नवंश में sits in its own house. He is the planet of money, the planet of actually divorce, partnership, whatever. वो बैठा है. You have to take advantage of that planet to use it to your needs. I'm almost certain we'll come out stronger because आपकी कुंडली अच्छी है. But you have to watch till January of next year. You're really going to, I'm not scaring you, but time अच्छा नहीं है because Galika Mandi. You can try fixing it. Call us, we will try helping you offline how we can see what we can do with either the moon or Venus. Because जो मुझे ऐसा moon Mars आती है वो better है आपके लिए. Okay.
तब कॉल कर सकते हैं.
I will give you the number on air. Okay, 408-639-5300 is the number. 408-639-5300. अगर आप अभी call in करते हो और maybe you want to know more about what is happening और क्या remedies चाहिए, जैसे कि हमारी previous caller को कुछ रेमेडीज जरूरी है डेफिनेटली टू मेक हर लाइफ मोर बेटर. कुछ गाइडेंस चाहिए. डॉक्टर साकित की जो 25 साल प्लस की एक्सपर्टीज है, ही इज गोना हेल्प हर आउट ऑफ एयर, ऑफलाइन जो कहते हैं, एक प्राइवेट कंसल्टेशन से. फिलहाल अगर आपने अभी ज्वाइन इन किया है, we are talking about Saturn और उसकी उसकी कारक और उसकी रेमेडीज और क्या क्या चीजें रिलेटेड है Saturn से, उस बारे में हम बात कर रहे हैं. स्टूडियो का नंबर है 848-247-9911. एंड ये याद दिला दूं दैट It's our, it's a good fortune that every Tuesday 3 बजे से 4 बजे तक डॉक्टर साकेत भाटिया यहाँ पर न्यू जर्सी में हमारे रेडियो जिंदगी के स्टूडियोज में हमारे साथ लाइव होते हैं to speak to us, to take phone calls, and with over 25 plus years of experience, more than 12,000 satisfied clients, जिसमें बहुत सारे industrialists हैं, celebrities हैं, well-known personalities, business people हैं, इन्हें डॉक्टर साकेत भाटिया ने गाइड किया है with a PhD in astrology, a certified numerologist. He's here to help us. सिर्फ आपने करना ये है कि उस नंबर पर फोन करना है, but try to limit it to one question because we want to be fair to everybody. 848-247-9911. Going back to Saturn, I think हम बात कर रहे थे about the careers जो लोगों को choose करना चाहिए, right? If their Saturn is strong. One more phone call. I have another phone call. Hi, you're on air. Hello, you're on air.
Hello.
Hi.
Yes, I'm with Hi. My birthday is September 3rd, 1984.
September 3rd, 1984. Okay. Time of birth?
4:10 a.m.
4:10 a.m. Okay. And your place of birth?
Jamaica, Queens.
Jamaica, Queens. Okay. What's your question?
Do you just have any general reading for this year, I guess?
A general reading. So when you say Jamaica, Queens, which state would you say that's in? Is any sentence?
In New York.
Oh, you're from New York. Okay. So United States. I thought you're in the country Jamaica.
Oh, no.
Give me 1 second, because that changes everything for me. So New York, and city is also New York. Okay. And you're born September 3rd, 1984, 4:10 in the morning. That's a Monday. Yeah. So you want a general reading, right? Okay. Right now, your dasha, which means your ascendant lord, is moon. Whenever your moon sits, you're going to do well in life. Moon sits in your 5th house. Emotions, kids, happiness, health. Are you married?
I'm engaged.
Good. You should be married before. You should be married actually before December 2024. That's step number 1.
Okay.
General trend. Saturn aspects the 6th house, not the 6th house, 10th house, not the 10th line. And it aspects the 4th house, not the 4th sign, and not the 4th house. Not. You're having a good dasha right now. Moon Saturn is going to give you a little bit of stress in your life, but it's going to improve family life. If you're thinking of buying a house, it's good for you. Focus on your gains. Whatever career you have, it's good. I can safely say that from now until 2026 December, you should be good.
Thank you.
This year is going to be good for you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. You have a blessed day.
Thank you so much for your phone call. All right, so Dr. Saket Bhatia is in the studios, and let me do a quick time check. Almost हमारे पास सिर्फ 22 minutes बचते हैं. यहाँ पर हम Saturn की बातें कर रहे हैं, लेकिन साथ साथ जो listeners tuned in हैं उनके phone calls भी ले रहे हैं. अगर if they want to ask something about their love life, their career, their health, anything to do with one question pertaining to any of these, 848-247-9911. That is 848-247-9911 पे जरूर फोन करें ताकि if you have any questions you can definitely ask Dr. Saket Bhatia. Yes, Dr. Saket, we are back to the Saturn and its properties. It's so are we done with the Saturn kind of जो career हमें recommended है when the Saturn is strong?
Recommended career we are definitely done.
ठीक है. तो weak जब होता है Saturn, तो what are the remedies?
Saturn is considered to be a blind planet. He is a dark planet.
Mhm.
Saturn is the one who is so far that you can't see him with the naked eye. So anything that is dark or black, we recommend you donate that for Saturn. For example, articles of donation to make your Saturn strong. Typically in an afternoon on a Sunday, anything black, kali dal, black rice seeds, black cloth, black flowers, anything black you can donate. Iron is also good to donate for Saturn. A good remedy for Saturn is on Saturday, putting mustard oil in your hands and letting it fall on the ground. ये अच्छी remedies होती है.
Mhm.
Another powerful remedy for gemstone would be to use a blue sapphire. A pure blue sapphire is ideal to make your Saturn strong. If you happen to be in a zodiac sign which is ruled by Saturn, which is Capricorn, Aquarius, or Mercury, which happens to be Virgo or Gemini, or Venus, which is Taurus or Libra, you must be following these remedies. They will help you significantly in life. Again, donation of black objects or iron on a Saturday afternoon or mustard oil. Black objects like flowers, black cloth, moong dal, black dal, anything like that will help. Or donation to blind institutions. That's
Wow.
another thing that helps make your Saturn strong.
It's amazing कि remedies इतनी सरल और इतनी easy है that anybody who thinks that Saturn उन्हें परेशान कर रहा है या weak है तो काफी fixable है, काफी सारी it's very very simple things to do. And Saturn से related अगर जब बात की जाए about body parts या ailments या कोई बीमारी जो है, so what are those things?
So remember, Saturn is the planet that causes lots and lots of problems, lots of diseases, lots of issues in people.
Mm-hmm.
Mental problems, stress caused by Saturn. Anything to do with stomach, which is acidity, gastroenterologic problems, Saturn. Cuts, bruises, burns, Saturn. Tumors, Saturn. Dental problems, Saturn. The worst thing Saturn does, deafness, blindness, paralysis, also caused by Saturn.
Mm-hmm.
Almost all forms of cancer caused by Saturn. So if you have Sun, which represents your heart, and Saturn is aspecting your Sun and other negative aspects in the chart, we know it can cause heart attack. If Saturn aspects Moon, which is the flow of blood, he can cause blood cancer. If Saturn is aspecting your feet, he can cause cancer in that part of the body. If he is aspecting your Jupiter, he can cause liver cancer. So Saturn causes cancer. Saturn causes so many ailments. I was reading a chart the other day.
Mm-hmm.
A movie's come out in the theater called Tristate, right?
Right.
The movie is directed by my friend. Eyes, the human eyes, are represented by the second and their 12th house in the birth chart. If there is a bad aspect of Saturn in these houses or bad planets or Sun and Moon, the person born happens to be blind. And that's exactly what has happened. अगर Saturn आपका बहुत ज़्यादा strong है, he will give you more than what you get in life and cause damage. When people work very hard, they don't care about their health. That is Saturn. When people are very lazy, they tend to eat too much. They get diabetes. That is Saturn. Almost every disease you can think of is caused by Saturn. Balance your Saturn. Make your Saturn moderately strong. We don't want it to be over strong, but we want it to be moderately strong. Remember, Saturn, when it's placed in different nakshatras, it can cause issues. If Saturn is in the nakshatra of Sun, it causes bone problems, fractures, eye disease. If Saturn is in the nakshatra of Moon, he will prevent you from having children. He will, and even if you do, the child born may not be very healthy. If Saturn is in the nakshatra of Mars, boils, tumors, blood problems. If Saturn is in the nakshatra of Mercury, generally it causes lack of self-confidence, skin problems, Saturn and the nakshatra of Jupiter causes high blood pressure. So when you come to an astrologer like us and you tell us, I have this disease, we look at your chart. Or if you don't tell us, we still look at your chart and tell you Saturn is sitting in this nakshatra. What is the chance that you're going to have, some sort of jaundice or liver disease during Saturn Dasha? You have to be careful. So we prepare you and tell you, take care of yourself now. Astrology is not about reacting.
Right.
It's about preventing. Telling you kya hoga, sab hoga, so you can at least prepare for it.
At this point, I'd like.
The economy is bad.
At this
And you
point,
cannot-
Dr. Saket, at this point, I want to hand out the number one more time क्योंकि हमारे पास सिर्फ 15 minutes है. And if someone has a question and wants to call us, 848-247-9911 is the number, 848-247-9911. Studios में अभी मौजूद हैं Dr. Saket Bhatia, and he's got like a little under 15 minutes. If you have a quick question, चाहे वो Saturn से, whether it's related to the topic today or just a fair reading of your chart, a quick reading of your charts, do call us 848-247-9911. Abhi agar aapne join in kiya hai, we are talking about Saturn and the karak, importance of Saturn, the remedies for a weak Saturn, or Saturn se related काफी सारी चीजें. अभी जो हम discuss कर रहे हैं, is that also Dr. Saket, is that also Saturn in different houses? Currently, Jabab Nakshatra and Saturn in, does that cover that as well?
We've covered Saturn in different nakshatras. The last thing we want to discuss in Saturn is how Saturn impacts you in different signs.
Right.
So when I go through different signs, I want you to see what personality trait you have. So you can identify which house your Saturn is. If you don't know, call us. At least we can tell you which house your Saturn is sitting in.
Right.
If you don't know, go to our website. Check, just enter your date, place, time, and we will tell you which house your Saturn sits in. Because jahan Saturn baithega, you're going to have to focus hard on that part of your life. If you don't, you will not get the results you need. Saturn represents Karam. He says, this is what you need to do in this life. Push it out. If your Saturn is retrograde, it means you have been given chances to improve this in the past and you have not done so. So please look carefully. Improve that. So you will have a better life. So I can start. If Saturn sits in your first house, you're going to be working very hard. You work at the clock. Many of these individuals, they keep working and working without any goal in life. Do they buy a house? Yes. Do they buy a car? Yes.
Right.
Do they get married? Yes. Do they have kids? Yes. But the focus in life is always work. They're concerned with just working, achieving, but not enjoying things in life.
Right.
So अगर आप ये फील्ड में हो, you know your Saturn is there. You need to work on others also. Life आपके बारे में ही है, but other people are equally important. If Saturn is sitting in your second house, he will give you wealth very slowly in life. But the wealth आएगी, it doesn't go away. You might have financial strain because पैसे आ रहे हैं slow, but he's going to give you money over time. If your Saturn happens, however, to be weak, then वो पैसे ले जाएगा. He will cause more debts. To a point where you will understand the value of money, how difficult it is to earn, and then you will give it more respect and you will get more. He also causes domestic problems if he's sitting in the second house. Okay. Now let's move to third house.
And before you do that, one more time. Sorry. No, I'm just handing out the number 848-247-9911. Last 10-11 minutes 848-247-9911. अगर आपने बात करनी है डॉक्टर साकित भाटिया से, that's the number. फिलहाल अगर आपने बात करनी है तो जी, over to you, Dr. Saket.
The third house is friends. When Saturn comes in the third house, he gives you a good amount of friends over time. Friends who will last you for a lifetime, who will be beneficial for you. But we have seen it also causes accidents in travel.
I have a phone call.
People are very generous. Yes.
Hi, you're on air.
Yeah.
You're on
Yeah.
air.
Hi. Yeah. Hi. I have a question for Dr. Bhatia.
Yeah, go ahead.
Sure.
He's here.
Yeah. Thank you so much. My date of birth is December 11th, 68. December 11th, 1968. Okay. The time of birth is 3 a.m. Place of birth is in India, Ratlam. Which state is that? Madhya Pradesh. Madhya Pradesh. Okay. Ratlam. And my question is like in terms of, I just want to see like overall going forward my health as well as finances. How do you think it will be? So I am talking today about one thing, which is Saturn. I'm also saying in this full show, wherever Saturn sits, you have to work on that. In your chart, Saturn is sitting in the 6th house, which is your health house. Okay. You must focus on your health. Right now, Dasha is running for Saturn, Rahu Saturn. Rahu and Saturn are sitting in the house of disease, in the house of health. So I can tell you one thing, between now and 2026 July, your focus should be your health. Remember that. Saturn will give you money. He might give you a house, he might give you property. In this Kundali, Saturn is a very good planet. Okay, a good planet. But he's going to promote disease. So take it from me, he is also aspecting. In your Kundali, Saturn aspects the 12th house, the 12th sign, and you are aspecting the 12th house Lord. Watch your feet. I'm talking about the sole of your feet. Watch your feet, watch your health. You have to do that. Generally, this causes pain, joint pain, arthritis. Take care. Otherwise, it's a good shot. Venus is sitting inside. I don't see weakness. Between now and 2026 June, work on your health. Very, 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 very important. Very important. Got it, doctor. And any parihar, like any remedies like you suggest? And remedies would be essentially tied to your finances. You can call us offline. We can guide you better on that. Oh, it's very hard to explain the remedy here. Okay. Right. Thank you so much. Thanks for taking the call. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Right.
So we've got like just about 8 more minutes. अब आपने phone call और लेनी है या you want to just keep wrapping up?
So, if your Saturn sits in 4th house, 4th house is buffer. It is property. He will give you property. He will give you good stuff to do with your family life, but he impacts your mother's health. Generally, moms in this case will either be distant from the child or will be sick. Also, it results in loss of ancestral property. Education might suffer because Saturn in the 4th house says, I will give you everything. I'll give you the house, I'll give you everything. But if you don't study and you're a spoiled child, you're going to blow it up. Saturn in the 5th house, the 5th house is house of children. When Saturn comes here, he spoils the health of your children. He also causes abortions. He also causes children to pass away when they're born. But if Saturn is very strong in this house, then he makes you very rich to the stock market and then makes you lose all of it.
Wow.
Saturn is not welcome in the 5th house. We don't like it. अगर छठे घर में Saturn आता है, like the individual just called us before, they gain good amount of wealth. They gain success over their enemies. But they will also suffer from bad health. Health is most important in a person's life. Health and mind, two most important things. If you can control your health and you can control your mind, you can achieve whatever you want in life. But if your health controls you and your mind controls you, you're going to be in a little bit of problem. Wandering mind is little good.
Right. And we've got like...
house is your...
Sorry, we are wrapping up. So we've got about 6 more minutes to wrap this up. And at this point, मैं आपका contact details hand out करना चाहती हूँ. So 3 o'clock to 4 o'clock every Wednesday तो हमारे साथ होते हैं, every Tuesday तो हमारे साथ होते हैं Dr. Saket. But उसके अलावा, if you want to contact him, 408-639-5300. That's 408-639-5300 is the number. www.saketbhatia.com is where you can get more information. बहुत से लोगों ने phone किया था, and Dr. Saket has recommended them a private consultation. That's the number that they can call, 408-639-5300. Saturn के बारे में बात कर रहे हैं, and just wrapping up right now. Dr. Saket, over to you.
We are going to go with other houses. If Saturn is in the 7th house, he gets directional spread. That means he's very strong. He causes disharmony in marriage. He causes problems in marriage life. But you know, marriage होती है, ये टिकती है. Generally, people don't split. If you're in business with someone, you're going to have issues, but the partnership doesn't fail. It's not a welcome position either. It causes stress. Saturn in 8th house, it gives you long life. But remember one thing, the long life comes after prolonged illness.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, you will have good health in the past, but in the future, health kharab hogi. So Saturn is a very different kind of planet, you know. These people tend to be very calm also. In the 9th house of Saturn up ahead, remember, this is important. You get an ordinary family to be born in. You get more domestic unhappiness. But during the Dasha of Saraswati or Saturn, father's health will suffer. These people happen to be visionaries. They have scientific mind. They travel to foreign lands. They be very successful in life. But they're not usually very happy in life. Saturn says focus on yourself also. 10th house is by and far one of the best placements for Saturn. It gets you success in life through hard work. Gains, fame, popularity, hota hai. They want Saturn in 10th house. 11th house where Saturn causes increase in income, makes you popular. It gives you authority. It gives you money. But the people you socialize with will take advantage of you.
Mm-hmm.
These people always suffer in marriage, suffer in life with partners. If it is conjunct with moon, or if it is aspected by moon, then they become successful politicians. Right? So this is a very interesting placement. And finally, when Saturn is in the 12th house, this is a placement where people almost always don't make friends. They have difficulty in childhood days. And again, difficulty in old age. Unfortunately, wealth accumulated is lost. The separation from family. Accidental losses ho jate. Unhappy married life. Problems with the left eye. So, in closing, Saturn, remember, is favorable in 3rd house. I said you have friends. 6th house. Yes, you may not have good health, but you'll win over enemies. 9th house. Father might be from average family, but you'll make it big in life. 10th house, good for career, and 11th house, good for gains. So 3rd, 6th, 9th, 10th, 11th are the best placements for Saturn in anybody's chart. Saturn must be strong. If Saturn is weak, length of life is short. That's all I wanted to discuss today.
Thank you so much. And just a reminder, and before I wrap up, that Dr. Saket Bhatia, a PhD in astrology, he's certified numerologist as well, senior board member of IVAN. He's got over 25 years, more than 25 years of experience, and more than 12,000 satisfied clients. Ye clients range karte hain from celebrities to business person to politicians and the likes. And you know, he's here every Tuesday, so make the most of it. Tuesday के दिन 3 बजे से 4 बजे तक आपको एक फ्री कंसल्टेशन उनके साथ मिलता है. एक सवाल का जवाब देते हैं आपके लिए, आपके क्विक रीडिंग ऑफ द चार्ट करते हैं, और फिर अगर आपको लगता है that you definitely want an elaborate reading, do contact his offices 408-639-5300. That is 408-639-5300. www.saketbhatia.com is where you get more information for a consultation. And thank you so much, Dr. Saket. Always a pleasure to have you on air Radio Zindagi. बहुत informative और बहुत ज़्यादा knowledge आप देते हो, and thank you for your time.
Thank you. Have a good week.
Thank you. Bye-bye.